Again.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democracy.
Hello and welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. My name is Belly Squetta. Thanks for joining us. Now the news making the headlines. Bayelsa Supreme Court refuses to sack Diri, awards 60 million naira cost. Guinea President Condé hints at third term bid despite protest. Trump names VP Pence man in charge of coronavirus response. Lafarge Africa rewards customers. Young Nigerian artist Frank Nwankwo appreciates Apostle Suleiman's charity support. And Arsenal's Bukayo Saka is EPL best young player, says Lacazette. The news in details comes after the break. You're welcome back, and now the news in full. Bayelsa Supreme Court refuses to sack Diri, awards 60 million naira cost. The Supreme Court on Wednesday dismissed the application for a review of its February 13, 2020 judgment, which overturned the All Progressive Congress victory in the last governorship election in Bayelsa State. In the unanimous ruling of its 7-man panel led by Justice Sylvester Nguta, the Apex Court said its judgment on the poll was final in the real sense of the word final, and no force can get this court to shift from its decision. It describes the applications filed by the APC and its governorship candidate at the poll, David Leon, as vexatious, frivolous, and constitutes a gross abuse of court process. Adjudging the applications as lacking in merit, Justice Amina Oge, who read the late judgment, said the Apex Court lacked jurisdiction to review its judgment except in few circumstances when there was the need to correct clerical slip and vary it to give effect to the spirit and intention of the judgment. She also held that granting the applications would open a floodgate of such applications, diminish the finality of the decisions and the Apex Court, and make the law uncertain. Incensed by the applications, Justice Oge expressed very senior members of the bar were responsible for the applications, which she noted was aimed at desecrating the sanctity of the court. She awarded the cost of 30 million naira against each of the applicants' lawyers, Chief Afe Babalola, representing Leon, and Chief Wole Olani Pekun, standing for the APC. The cost totaling 60 million naira are to be paid to 3 respondents who opposed the applications. On other news, Southwest to pass uniform bills on Amotekun. The 6 houses of assembly in the Southwest have agreed to jointly adopt a single legal document which will make the operation of Amotekun security outfit uniform across the zone. The chairman of the Conference of Speakers of Southwest States, Bamidele Oleyelogún, gave the indication at the meeting of the conference in Ibadan on Wednesday. According to Oleyelogún, the uniformity of the bill will ensure a synergy of the operation in terms of intelligence sharing, training and orders amongst the Amotekun Corps across the 6 collaborating states. The chairman explained that the conference will not rest until an acceptable law, which will give full legal backing to the security outfit, was passed. The meeting provided opportunity for the Southwest speakers to meet with State's Attorney General of observations, suggestions, and conflicting areas identified during the public hearing conducted recently by each state. He said there were clause-by-clause deliberations of the various suggestions, observations, and conflicting areas and points raised at the public hearing. Aside from Attorney General, the meeting also had in attendance majority leaders, clerks of the 6 states' houses of assembly, directors and legal departments, and chairmen, Houses Committee on Security, amongst others, functionaries of the legislature in the geopolitical zone. And from news inside Africa, Ethiopia to skip Nile Dam talks in the US with Egypt and Sudan. Ethiopia will not attend this week's latest round of US brokered talks on a disputed Nile Dam project with Egypt and Sudan, the country's water ministry has announced. Ethiopia will skip the talks in Washington, D.C. on Thursday and Friday because the country's delegation hasn't concluded its constitutional with the relevant stakeholders, the Ministry of Water, Irrigation and Energy announced on its Facebook page on Wednesday. The decision has been communicated with the U.S. Treasury. A final deal on the massive Great Ethiopian Renaissance Dam was expected this month, but U.S. Secretary of State, Mike Pompeo, on his Ethiopia visit last week, said an agreement may now take months as a great deal of work remains. The dispute over what will be Africa's largest hydroelectric dam pits Ethiopia's desire to pull millions out of poverty against Egypt's concern over critical water supply. Ethiopia's announcement came amid widespread concern in the country that its delegation was pressured by the U.S. to reach a deal on the $4.6 billion dam that is nearly completion. And on other news in Africa, Guinea President Condé hits at a third-term bid despite protests. Guinea President Alpha Condé has suggested publicly for the first time that he could run for a third term if the constitution is changed, a move likely to fuel further unrest. Guineans vote on Sunday in parliamentary elections as a referendum on constitutional reforms that could allow the 81-year-old to stand again, and the protest of him staying longer in office has already led to months of something violent protest. Opponents see the process as a plot to enable Condé, who approaches the end of his two terms allotted under the present constitution, to stay in power for up to another decade. For Condé, who became Guinea's first democratically elected leader in 2010, the changes will create a modern constitution. Condé said the 2010 constitution was bad and needed modernizing. All right, from other news, from the U.S., Trump names VP Pence man in charge of coronavirus response. The details of that news will come after the break.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT+1, that is 11 a.m. GMT+1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth.
All right, from the other news, from the U.S., Trump names VP Pence man in charge of coronavirus response. The details of that news will come after the break.
Celebration TV News Desk. Celebration TV News Desk, the whole truth. Calabar, the people's paradise.
I am coming to Cross River State, Calabar. I'm so excited. I'm looking forward so much to being in Calabar. I was in Calabar some years ago and it was mind-blowing.
If you must be great and you desire a great future, then you must be ready to fight.
Every part of the South State, be my guest as we gather in Calabar. The venue is now being scrolled. Greater Works comes to Calabar. It's going to be 2 days, wonderful experience, move of God, outstanding manifestation of the Holy Spirit. The Bible said, this gospel shall be preached, and then shall the end come. Tell as much people you can tell that Johnson Suleiman is coming to Calabar. Be my guest as I come to Calabar.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm from Mars.
Ruth again.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk. Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Welcome back on news from the United States of America. U.S. President Donald Trump has appointed his Vice President Mike Pence to coordinate the government's response to the coronavirus outbreak. Both men told a White House news conference that the risk to the American people remained very low. The announcement came as new cases of COVID-19, the infection caused by the Wuhan coronavirus, continue to spread at a rapid pace around the world. 60 cases have so far been reported in the United States. Minutes after the White House news conference, the authorities confirmed another U.S. case of COVID-19. Addressing the press, Mr. Trump expressed the confidence that the U.S. would be able to handle coronavirus. Mr. Trump said that they are very ready for this, and researchers were rapidly developing a vaccine. And on to news from the United Kingdom. Government to unveil post-Brexit trade talks goals. The government will publish its strategy for post-Brexit trade talks later as it prepares for formal negotiations with the EU to begin. Brussels has already set out what it wants from the talks: tariff-free trades, but keeping EU rules on state aid, workers' rights, and other issues. The plan received a cool reception from Number 10, with the Prime Minister saying he is prepared to walk away without a deal. The government strategy will be put online and presented in Parliament. The UK officially left the EU at the end of January, but it's continuing to abide by many EU rules while talks on a permanent trading relationship take place. Boris Johnson has pledged to get a deal with the EU by the end of the transition period, that is 31st December 2020, and has said he is not prepared to extend that deadline. But critics say living without an agreement and going to the World Trade Organization rules, the term countries use to set tariffs on goods when they do not have free trade deals, could damage the economy. And now on business news, Lafarge Africa rewards customers. Lafarge Africa PLC has rewarded its customers during its Customer Award event held in Lagos. The event was an opportunity for the company to reward its high-performing customers in 2019, while also commemorating its 60th anniversary celebration. The company's customers across Nigeria who attended the event were rewarded based on their volume's contribution to the business. The star prize for the national highest volume contributor was a 2020 limited edition Toyota Prado Jeep. Speaking at the event, the country chief executive officer, Mr. Khalid El Dokani, said the company has recorded significant achievements because of the outstanding partnership it shares with its esteemed customers. He stated and said, Lafarge Africa has been able to maintain its vision, which is to be the most trusted and preferred partner for end users, including construction professionals and home builders. They are committed to delivering cement, concrete, and other building solutions that ensure their customers get the highest quality. And on other business news, NPA's retirees petition federal government over BOI building. The Nigerian Ports Authorities Pensioners Welfare Association, NPA-PWA, has threatened to petition the presidency if urgent steps were not taken to revert the Bank of Industry BOI building located on Marina Street in Lagos to the superannuation of legacy funds of the NPA. The General Secretary NPA-PWA, Ambrose Duru, said the group has written to the Minister of Transportation on the matter, but added that they were yet to have a response at the time of filing this report. He explained that money from the superannuation fund was used to build the ship house in Abuja, which was taken over by the Ministry of Defense in exchange for the BOI building in Lagos. He added that the pensioners are currently dying without enjoying the benefits of their investment. And on to news on gospeltainment this week. A young Nigerian artist, Frank Nwankwo, appreciates Apostle Suleiman's charity support. A young Nigerian artist, Frank Nwankwo, has sent his warm gratitude to famous preacher Apostle Johnson Suleiman for assisting him with a cash gift to enrich his vocation last December. The young man, who exhibited some of his artwork in a well-ordered manner inside a studio, announced on his Twitter handle on Wednesday, 26th of February 2020, that the senior pastor of Omega Fire Ministries was the brain behind his new success. The cleric was reportedly blessed him with a promising huge sum of money. Frank, the Abia State-born graduate of geography education from the Federal University of Technology, Minna, Niger State, narrated in the post that he made an artwork of Apostle Suleiman in December 2019, to which the man of God's attention was called by the social media audience and earned him financial assistance. He said he had painted an artwork for the apostle in December 2019. When the apostle saw it, he blessed him financially and spiritually. Before that time, he used to work from home, but with his financial support, he was able to rent a space for his art studio. And he expressed his gratitude. Regarded as one of the most generous men of God, Apostle Suleiman's philosophy is premised on living as a Christian and believing that Christ is alive and can be served directly by serving those in need. He states that Jesus identifies himself with those who are poor and teaches that we will be judged not on how beautiful our altars are, but on the way that we treat others. Apostle Suleiman expresses on his reasons for caring, adding that no man can proudly profess to worship God yet not express the love practically to his neighbor. Now, on other news from lifestyle, body shaming, a global cause of concern. In today's world, it seems that a larger percentage of individuals have something they wish was or wasn't part of their body. This appears to be without limits to social status, age, environment, or even religion. Our lifestyle correspondent Ruth Obozege has looked into this as a global concern cutting across nations of the world.
Can I give you counsel as a boy and a girl? Don't bleach. Listen, bleaching has no end. Anything that moves from the original has no end. Once you move from your original color, you have no end. That's the problem. Once you start bleaching, there are 4 disadvantages of bleaching. Number 1, when you start bleaching, you start smelling. Your skin will smell very soon. Yes, you smell because why? You are taking up the original layer. After a while, you start smelling. Number 2 bad thing about bleaching, when you bleach, some parts of your body react. They refuse to bleach. Your knuckles will be black. They refuse to bleach. They don't cooperate with you. No, that's the truth. When you start bleaching, some part of your body refuse to cooperate with you because you are a fraudster. Your neck will say, I refuse to follow you. Your knee, I refuse. So at that period, you start looking like a map. You know, when you are bleaching, you are somebody who bleaches. The third thing that happens to you is you are open to cancer. Never bleach your skin. Some of you don't call it bleach. Say I don't bleach. I don't bleach. Funny enough, some men bleach.
Statistics have proven over time that some teens, women and even men are not confident of how they look, thereby resorting to low self-esteem.
I wish I should be slim.
I want flat on me and a little bit fair. Yes, light in complexion.
I wish I have 6 packs, more muscles, then broader and wider chest, and more testosterone in my body.
If I could have power for myself, I should be thinking of adding some little fat to my hips.
I want to be slim. I want my stomach to be flat.
I might like to be more fair to tone my skin.
I would like to be fatter, but not that too much, just a little. Then these 6 packs, it's a little.
I want to be more taller and fairer. Like I want to glow.
Sadly, the internet, which has been a major channel of having trolls on body shames and appearances, has also shown that body shaming isn't coming to an end anytime soon. The concerned, especially ladies, tend to deal with it on their own rather than seeking for counsel. A lot of young girls are now being under duress to be like what they see on social media networks, not minding whether they are filtered or not. This has and is making individuals break the bank on body products, go for surgery just to build up self-confidence, as that is what a majority of them see to be confidence booster.
So I'm into organic stuff. Though it's expensive, but I just got to use it because I want to glow. I like glowing.
But know this, self-confidence can be learned, practiced, and mastered just like any other skill. Finding purpose, a simple smile, affordable by everyone are great contributors to self-confidence. So however you find the parts of your body, it is the best for you. Therefore, you must love and appreciate it because you are the precious creature of the Most High God.
So whether you're fair, dark, short, tall, skinny, or otherwise, we must change the narrative today because you are beautiful just as you are. Yes, you are beautiful. I am Ruth Obos again. This is News Desk on Celebration Television.
Interesting analysis there from our lifestyle correspondent. Thank you very much, Ruth Obozege. And now on sports news, Arsenal's Bukayo Saka is EPL's best young player, says Lacazette. The details of that news comes to you after the break.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
Ruth Obozege.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT +1. That is 11 a.m. GMT +1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm Femi Marks.
Ruth Obozege.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth.
Welcome back in sports news. Arsenal striker Alexandre Lacazette has claimed that Ghana's white man Bukayo Saka is the best young player in the league. Saka has mainly had to play in an unnatural left-back position for the majority of the campaign as he fills in for the injured Kieran Tierney and Sid Kolasinac. Despite being in an unusual position, the 18-year-old has impressed, scoring 3 goals and providing 9 assists in 26 first-term appearances for Arsenal so far this season. Saka was named on the bench for the Premier League trip to Everton to the weekend, but replaced the injured Kolasinac early in the second half. The teenager went on to provide an assist in the 3-2 win over the Toffees. Alexandre Lacazette stated that Saka is really good and may be the best young player in the league. He said further that he sees his qualities, he is humble and accepts critics because he wants to improve. Saka and Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang have both been nominated for the Arsenal Player of the Month award for February. And also on sports news, coronavirus, Inter to play Ludogorets behind closed doors. Former Super Eagles winger Victor Moses alongside his Nerazzurri teammates will be forced to play their Europa last 32 return leg against Bulgarian side Ludogorets behind closed doors at San Siro, owing to the outbreak of coronavirus in northern Italy. The coronavirus has sent Italian football authorities and national government into overdrive as matches in the Serie A and Serie B were called off for safety reasons. More than 30 new cases were reported in Italy's 2 worst-hit regions overnight, taking the total to over 320, officials said. The death toll remains unchanged at 11. Fellow EU members, Croatia, Greece, Austria and Switzerland have all reported their first cases in the last 2 days, while France confirmed a second death from the virus on Wednesday and a total of 17 cases. Hence, the continent's governing body has resolved to place Thursday, that's today, Europa clash between the Italian giants and the Bulgarians under closed doors. Following the decisions of the Italian authorities, the UEFA Europa League matches between Inter Milan and Ludogorets Razgrad will be played behind closed doors at the Stadio San Siro, UEFA said in a statement. It means the 80,000 San Siro will be empty as Moses and his teammates will seek to secure a last 16 spot after winning the first leg 2-0. And that's the size of the news we have for you today on Celebration Television News Desk, and here is a recap of the headlines. Bayelsa Supreme Court refuses to sack Diri, awards 60 million naira cost. Guinea President Condé hits a third-term bid despite protest. Trump names VP Pence man in charge of coronavirus response. Lafarge Africa rewards customers, and young Nigerian artist Frank Nwankwo appreciates Apostle Suleiman's charity support. And Arsenal's Bukayo Saka is EPL best young player, says Lacazette. And we have a photo, the photo of the day today. The picture of the day is someone's post which reads, "Speaking in tongues will not replace the apology you owe people in English." This means that we must learn to be humans when necessary and spiritual when the need arises. Do not hesitate to say, "I am sorry," "thank you," or perhaps "help me" when you have to. Send your opinions about the photo of the day to our social media platforms. Also, you can follow us on our social media platforms to be abreast of every news article we put on Celebration TV. On Facebook, we are Celebration TV. On Instagram, we are My Celebration TV. On Twitter, we are at My Celebration TV. And on YouTube, we are Celebration TV. The continuous transformation of our society is a collective responsibility of all. No matter the office you hold as a nation's president, a thought leader, an opinion molder, a character builder, a professional, or as a person pursuing passion, you have a duty to give your all to making the society a better place for us and the generations to come. Play your part and do it with all diligence. Thank you for watching Celebration Television News Desk. My name is Belly Squetta, and have a beautiful day.
Welcome to News Desk on Celebration TV. I am Comfort James.
And I'm FEB.
And the news making the rounds.
Please stay with us as we bring you details. Watch robust, objective, analytical, informative, educative, entertaining and inspiring news on Celebration TV News Desk.
Every weekday, 11 a.m. GMT plus 1. That is 11 a.m. GMT plus 1 on Mondays through Fridays.
You are welcome to Sports Corner. I am Ivan Agafe.
Celebration TV News Desk. The whole truth. To 15.7 trillion naira at the end of December 2019.
Senior Democrats have responded by accusing him of committing a gross offense.
The All Progressives Congress has vowed to punish the Ogun State Governor, Ibikunle Amosu.
Jesus, releasing destinies. This is Celebration TV. Revealing Jesus,
power, blessing, dominion. It is not as important as what you do. Your identity is not what you are called. Your identity is what you do. Remember Lot's wife. Mothers, listen to me today. As a mother, the history and sands of time, in the annals of history, are you going to be remembered when good things are discussed, or you are going to be remembered when negativity is pronounced? As a mother, how you live your life consciously is how you'll be described when you are no more conscious. Remember, Lot's wife never spoke one word. Read your Bible. But all that Lot did, she told him. I will show you. If you read Luke, John, Genesis 19:26, he said she turned from behind him. She was always behind. She never spoke with her mouth openly. She never said she was a woman. Let me show you something. If If you read your Bible, when the angels of the Lord came close in Genesis 18, angels visited the house of Abraham. It was Sarah that entertained them. The next chapter, they visited Lot's wife. Lot's wife didn't entertain them.
Are you all my personal group?
There are some women, no matter who models them or who mentors them, they can never learn. Whether their mother in the Lord is good, they will still be bad. Whether they have a role model that is good, they will still be bad. Lord's wife, you saw Sarah entertaining angels. You saw Sarah taking care of angels. Now these angels came to your house. You allowed people to be contenting them at the door. Women cannot learn. They can't change. They can't change. Can I surprise you? What do you think gave Lot boldness? Abraham said, go your way, I go my way. And Lot said, I will agree. It was the wife behind that was saying, how long will you be a boy? How long will you be following somebody? How long will you be doing boy following somebody? You can stand on your own. You can be a man of your own. But when Abraham come physically, madam, you see what your husband is doing? I'll be talking to him. Remember Lot's wife. That's the first thing we remember about Lot's wife.
Are you all my personal?
She watched things going spoiled, but she did not think about it.
Asian powers from the Asian God comes to Toronto, Canada.
Please take a minute. This is good news coming. You don't want to miss all God has outlined for you this year, 2020. I'll be coming to Toronto, Canada for outburst of God's grace and glory. We're going to be gathering at the feet of the Master to eat from His table, spreading our hands to receive His blessings, touching our lives, moving us from one level of glory to another.
3rd and 4th March 2020 by 8 a.m. and 6 p.m. daily, live at